Have you ever felt like God tapped on the one thing that you didn't want him to touch? Yeah, let's talk about it. So picture this. I'd already surrendered everything to God. Like everything. Lord, have my life. Lord, have my plan. Lord, have my future. And God said, okay, let's talk about Christmas. I said, excuse me? Now, Halloween, I understand that one. Cool, no problem. But birthdays and Christmas, decorating, baking, party planning, buying the cool gifts? Lord, not that. It wasn't sin. It wasn't darkness. It was joy. And I fought him. And here's what wrecked me. Why did I fight so hard? Why did surrender feel so easy when it was abstract, but so painful when it touched tradition? Because sometimes God doesn't remove sin first. He removes comfort. Then I heard it in my spirit. Did you love the celebration or the feeling it gave you? See, I love the excitement. I loved being the generous one. But 1 Corinthians 6:12 says, I will not be mastered by anything. It wasn't evil, but was it mastering me? Sometimes God asks you to lay something down, not because it's wrong, but because it has weight. Think about Abraham. Isaac wasn't sin. He was promise. But God said, lay it down. Why? Because God will never compete with what we love. He will test what we treasure. And that test isn't to break us, it's to free us. Fast forward. God told me to bless a coworker who's in serious need. Family of 6, living in a motel, brand new baby, Christmas week. I go to the ATM and I punch in a comfortable amount. Really? I said, that's generous. I've seen your Uber Eats receipts. Why is conviction so specific? So I raised the amount. That's not what I said. And now I'm negotiating with God like he's a sales associate. But I don't even know him like that. I do. And that'll humble you real quick. And when I obeyed fully, peace. Not anxiety, not regret. Peace. 2 Corinthians 9:7 says, God loves a cheerful giver. Cheerful doesn't mean casual. It means aligned. And that night it hit me. Maybe it wasn't about holidays. Maybe it was about stewardship. I had once been homeless. I had once had nothing. And now I had money in the bank. Peace, provision. And God was saying, now that you're blessed, let's mature your blessing. Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is required. And that's not punishment. That's promotion. You know when your phone storage is full and it won't let you download anything new? Well, sometimes God removes old attachments so new assignments can download. He wasn't removing joy. He was making space for impact. What if the thing that God is asking you to lay down isn't sin, but significance? What if it's a season of detox? What if he's not taking it forever, but teaching you how to hold it loosely? Hebrews 12:11 says, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it produces a harvest of righteousness. Be honest. Has God ever asked you to give up something you loved, not because it was wrong, but because he was growing you?